Yeah, in workshop, worksheet B, question 3, you need the intersection, point of intersection between this line, x equals minus t, y equals 1 plus t, and z equals 1 plus t as well. Both of them 1 plus t. And plane, so the intersection between this line and the plane, 2x, 3y, z plus 4, 0. What you need to do is you put this here, so it becomes 2. Instead of x, minus t. Instead of y, 1 plus t. Instead of z, 1 plus t plus 4 equals 0. Minus 2t, minus 3, minus 3t, plus 1 plus t plus 4 equals 0. You have minus 2t minus 3t minus 5t plus t minus 4t. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Plus this is 2. You solve for t. So t would be minus 2 over minus, which is half. Once you figure out what the t is, so the point of intersection, you know any point would be x, y, z in this case, so it would be x at half, y at half, and z at half. You plug it here, so it would be minus half. Half plus 1 is 3 over 2, and 3 over 2. This here is point of intersection between. So all I did was taking the line, putting it in the plane, solving for t, and plug it back. Plug it back into this to figure out what the point is. Question 4. Yeah, I looked at this question, it wasn't very clear. They say, find the equation of the plane, so you need equation of plane. And it's going through the point 2, 1, 3, this is called the P point. And I didn't like this word, it says containing the line x equals 3t, 2 minus t. The reason why I didn't like it, because usually in this kind of stuff, we don't say containing, we say either perpendicular or parallel. We don't say containing, doesn't mean anything. But I don't have something else to stick to, so I'll use this. What you need to do is you figure out a vector. The vector would be, since it's this line is in the plane, the vector would be take the first slope, the second slope, and the third slope. That would be your vector. And once you have this, if that's your point that they tell you about, you take the first one, the first slope, and x minus whatever this point is. You take the second slope and y minus whatever this point is. And you take the last slope and z minus whatever this point is. and say equals 0. Take the 3 inside, 3x minus 6, 2y plus 2, z plus 3 equals 0. So 3x, 2y, negative z. The number negative 6 plus 2 is minus 4. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. You bring it over, it's 1. So this is the plane, again, containing, I didn't like it so much. So point containing the line going through, so you have to do it this way. Now, the last question in your worksheet B, consider this equation or this plane first. This is question 5. The question is to complete the square. Completing the square for the x squared. Do you see another x by itself? No, so you bring it down. Y squared, we have this and we have this. So there is what's called the middle term, the 2y. So what you need to do is you complete the square for this. You take y and half of this number squared. And then you say, what is negative 1 squared? It's 1, so you take 1 away, because there is no 1. The z squared, that's the only z squared, so you just say z squared. The 1, I'll bring it over, becomes negative 1. So I have x squared, negative 1, negative z squared, and the negative 1, you bring it over, would be negative 1 plus 1, 0. This is what you see. In the B question, he's asking you to sketch. Now, for the 3D sketch, there is a website that tells you how to sketch when it's x squared, y squared, and z squared. When it's x squared, y squared, but the z squared is negative. When it's x squared, y squared, and it's only z, no squared. There are different versions of this, and there's no way you can, unfortunately, there's no way you can understand this. It's one of those that you need to remember, but it's a less, maybe Fendon will eventually give you one that tells you what to sketch and how to sketch each one. This one, when it's squared, negative, it looks like sand wash, like this. It looks like this shape. So to do this, we need the z axis, the y-axis, and the x. So let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, the focus point of this would be 0, 0, 1. So 0, 0, 1 would be, sorry, 0, 0, 1 in the y would be this one here. And then you have to do it like I told you. The detail of the pictures, or how to do this picture in 3D, I'm not so talented. All I know that it's this shape and it will look something like this. Now again, I told you it's a lot of different information, so my advice to you is when you do this recitation, if you can double check my work, you can see if you can Google some of the information. I only had a chance to look at it quickly. I did the numbers with you right now, so haven't had a chance to double check, but this is basically what you need to understand. If you have a problem, let me know, but again, I encourage you to be careful when you do this and double check the work. See you. Bye.